Hey everyone, it's Leslie Hassler with Your Biz Rules Business Coaching, here for coaching in the Carpool. We're here a little past our normal time, but that's why I say 2:30-ish. Was having a great conversation from somebody that actually saw what we were going to talk about today. So today is all about disaster recovery. And I put this together for the people on our Gulf Coast who have recently gone through Harvey and are dealing with the recovery work of physical being physical property, physical so many things. And I personally wanted to do this as a free give because I've been there. You know, Hurricane Ike, up until our last hurricane, was the number 3 biggest storm from a storm damage standpoint. And that hit my business hard in 2008. I believe it was fall of 2008. Hit our house hard. We lived in Houston, shut the city down, and we didn't have nearly the extent of rain and flooding that Houston is experiencing, nor the extent of damage. So there's a long road to recovery. I know a lot of people, and if you are in Houston and you're seeing this, you know business owners in Houston, tag them, share this. It's going to be good stuff this week on Coaching from the Carpool. But when I first went through Hurricane Ike in my business, I remember we were thriving. We were having a great year, and the hurricane just sucked it all up. And I was mid-remodel. I was working on a bathroom remodel at the time, mid-remodel, and we were 2 weeks away from finishing when Ike came through, and I think it took us 8 weeks to finish. And that was just between getting in product, getting our crews back on board after they had dealt with an old damage. So hurricanes can truly derail a small business, and any natural disaster can. So that's what I wanted to share this week, was all about disaster recovery for small businesses. So I'm going to be giving pretty freely this week. So in order for me to know what you need, if you're listening and you're in that kind of disaster recovery mode on your business, I need you to tell me what you need, because that will really help me tell the right things, share the right tools. I have a bazillion and one tools, and I have a lot of different ways that I can fine tune this. So this is one of my skills. You know, I'm the first to tell you that no program is a one-size-fits-all program. It's all about customization and individualizing it to a specific business. So that's where you get to play with me, is tell me what it is that you need to have individualized, because that will help me give you more concrete examples and tell you how to do those things. So today really is a state of, if you're looking at your business, and most small businesses are in this stage of going, crap, what now, right? Well, here's my goal, is I want you to be alive. I want your business to be in business in a year. Whether or not you're, in Dallas, I don't care. I'm committed to seeing businesses stay in business. And so we're going to be talking about this week the things you need to be looking at. Number one is, if you're in one of our disaster areas, you're probably needing to go through a little triage. It's what you first step. So I'm going to kind of divvy that up into 2 segments in today's talk. If you were to, waltz your business into the ER, the first thing they do is look for vitals. That's the first thing we need to look in your business. Chances are you don't have much of a financial reserve built up in your business. So if you're watching and you're doing good and you're like, oh my gosh, Leslie, how can I prevent this? Get some financial reserves. I like my businesses to have 3 to 6 months of cash, operating cash on hand, to be able to weather storms like this. So that is really the first thing I want you to look at, is look at your business and say, okay, how long do I have? How long can I last? Because this is going to tell us a few things. It's going to tell us if you need to be focusing on really short-term strategies to shore up your business. And I'm sure there's some of those that need to be, but maybe that's all you need to be focused on, because you've got 1 month worth of cash in your business. Or do you have the time to really be a little more less reactive, a little more inventive in your business, so that you're putting in strategies that will change. Because the thing about disasters are it shifts people's priorities. So if you we're a luxury business or a nice to have business, then you're probably going to see a shrinking happening as people are paying for goods and services that they have to have. If you're more transactional in nature, if you're the AC and the plumbers and the window guys and the construction guys and the roofers out there, well, then you're about to go into heyday, right? And you've got a whole nother set of problems. So we just need to get a really good indicator of where are you, how long can you stay, okay? And I want you to really start looking at your costs, and trimming non-essentials. Non-essentials in my book, meals, probably a non-essential. If you've got any subscriptions, magazines, nice to have, things you've given to yourself as a reward, those probably need to get trimmed. I don't consider trimmable expenses to be marketing. That's lifeblood. That's your oxygen in your business. So try not to necessarily go, most people think marketing first. Not the best thing. Look at those non-essentials. So they're non-essentials. Chances are they were some reward or perk, and trim those back first, okay? That's your first little line of defense. They're not going to hurt the business. They're really not going to hurt you. You may not like it. In fact, I got to say, you may not like some of the things I have to share with you this week, but that's okay. It's just short-term strategies that we're putting into place, and you don't always have to like me. I do want you to listen. I do want you to think, and I want you to understand why you're having a reaction that you're having. But I can say the hard things, the hard shifts in your business doesn't come from friendship. It comes from somebody telling you honestly what's going on. So we're looking at the vital signs of the business. Start paying attention. If you haven't been, pay attention to your leads. This is such a good leading indicator about whether or not you're going to have sales, okay? If you have any major investments slated, let's shift that back. Let's shift that back for 90 days, just so you can get into a stabilization realm. And for most businesses, the next 90 days is all about cash stabilization. If you are lucky enough that you can start building some reserves, build your reserves, because the market doesn't bounce back as quickly as you can as you think it might after a disaster in an area. So I want you to play this long term, a little bit longer term of a game, so that you know what you're doing. So look at everything. Look at your cash flow. Look at your pipeline. Okay. Look at what you've got coming in, and start the work to salvage the pipeline. Just as much anxiety, unsurety, exhaustion, stress that you're going through in your businesses, chances are that your clients are going through them as well. So if you haven't had a chance to reach out to your clients, start reaching out to your clients now. I think we've been in a window where most people understand that we're working on individual, your house, your carpet. I've been just watching, my friends from Houston. I was born in Houston, lived half my life easily in Houston, and just seeing the community rallying behind getting out damaged goods and things of that nature. Your clients need to see this from you. Even if they're not able to pick up the phone and talk, go ahead, start making these calls. And really, the best way I can put it is come from a good space, a caring space, okay? I do believe that when you care for your clients will care for you, and it's this kind of good karma moment that can come through. So if you're going to call up your clients, come from a caring space first. Make sure, I would say, ask them what they need from you. Really get in tune. This is, if you haven't been talking to your clients and getting this is an opportunity for you to get in there and know those things. You might lose some clients, and I need you to be okay with that per se, because it's so much is out of your hands at this point in time. But you might actually keep some of these clients just by caring. So if we can take preemptive measures to protect your pipeline, I want you to go ahead and do those things. The next part of it is really getting a good understanding. And like I said, cash is number one, so play triage on cash. If you can see 3 months of business or 6 months of cash flow, that's good. If you can't, that tells us something completely different. So I want to know, I need to hear from you, where is your business? Is it like I've got an immediate, I'm okay, or hey, actually I'm better than I thought? You can just tell me that, and that'll let me know where you are from cash strategies, and we can talk about some of those later on in this week. But today is all about triage and vitals. Triage and vitals is really get a good understanding of where your cash is, what you can pull back on, what you can scale down on. Again, non-essentials, not necessary. They've been nice to have things. There's stuff you can get away with not having in your business for a little while, but keep anything that is very operational, like must have in order to be able to serve clients, is key in actually bringing business in the door. That's going to be huge, guys. You've got to keep up your marketing in this time. So if you've been relying on networking as your marketing strategy, or very face-to-face type of things, and that's going to be a challenge, then I need you to think of what you can be replacing with. So you might have some additional investments in those areas. And then let's protect the pipeline. Okay, let's get out there. Let's talk to our clients. Let's allay any fears. Let them know how you're doing. Share. Some days we have to grieve with each other. So be there for your clients in that way, so that they know that you care, and they're more than just a dollar to your business. And that'll have untold benefits in your business as well. So get a good lay of the land today. Know where you're going. There's I'm just stopping to think about which ones, there's 7 figures that I tend to look at a business for opportunity for growth. I don't think that's what you need today. It's just really all about your cash. It's all about having a cash flow. If you need a spreadsheet, I know nobody loves spreadsheets, but if you want a spreadsheet for this, I have one that I can send to you. It might take you an hour or so to put it all together, but I will be happy to share that cash flow spreadsheet. I personally like a tool named Pocketsmith, but I think it's a little bit more than giving you just a quick indication of where your cash is, where your pipeline is, and then what your expenses are. So let's start trimming the fat. Let's be a little preemptive. Let's not wait and see. The worst thing you can do right now is wait and see. You need to take action. I would probably say in my first business when I went through this, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what the next day was going to be like. And so I waited, and I was waiting and seeing, and it cost me valuable time to be able to course correct in my business. So I don't want you to take that time. I want you to really be able to take action and save your business, and not just survive this, but thrive from it. From a business perspective, it actually is a high time of opportunity. But only the businesses that are financially stable are going to be able to take advantage of it. And I want to get you there, because it's really the lifeblood and the health. So what I need from you guys, I actually don't typically ask for too much from you guys, but what I need to know what you need. If you're performing triage in your business and you want that cash flow spreadsheet, just say cash flow spreadsheet in the comments below. I'll private message you, get your email so that I can send that out to you. If you think, wow, how do I get on the phone with my clients, and that's something I need to know how to do, then let me know. If you need a list of things you should be trimming from your expenses, let me know. Again, nothing that affects the lifeblood of the business or the operational nature. Let's just start off with all the extras, all the rewards, all the nice to haves, all the fun, pretty, shiny whistles that we tend to reward ourselves with as entrepreneurs. So that's it for today, guys. I am here for you. I am really, really here for any business that has gone through this disaster, because I have walked a mile in those shoes. And if I can shorten how long you have to walk in that path, I definitely am here for that. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you're having a progress-filled day. Let's say that. And this has been Leslie Hassler with Your Biz Rules Business Coaching, and we're coaching from the Carpool. Thanks. See you tomorrow.